St. Louis managed to get things back to level after the first two games in the series. We took the thrilling game number one. St. Louis's, they managed to win in overtime in game number two. Not quite as thrilling as game number one was, but once again, the Calgary Flames come from behind to tie it in the third in game two to make things interesting. And of course, force overtime, which played out all of 13 seconds before Peter Mrazek got scored on an absolute softie. The updated look at the standings, or not the standings, but the playoffs to this point. The Ottawa Senators are now just 2 wins away from the Stanley Cup final. Why do I feel like we've got our hands full with this St. Louis Blues team? I'm a little bit nervous coming into this first game on home ice, this game 3. Primarily because of the way game 2 went. The first 2 games in this series, we haven't played our best hockey at any point in the games. It seems like it takes us until the very last minutes of the third period to make things interesting in a game, to finally show up offensively in a game. We can't keep doing that. St. Louis. That being said, we heavily outshot St. Louis in the last game, did we not? It's at the end of the video, the actual stats from game number 2 in the series. Hold your horses. Hold on. Hold on. Dang, Sagan ran into Boynton. We got away with that one. Looking for the deflection in front. Behind the net, available for Tulosti. Tulosti goes for Smith. Ekblad keeps it in. It is blocked. Played back behind the blue line by Luff. No pressure here from the Flames. Just playing it very calm. Tulosti sends it on the net. A dump in on Boynton. Schwartz carefully handles that around his netminder. So Ottawa's 2 games away currently in the East from advancing to the Stanley Cup final. We could have an all-Canadian Stanley Cup final. We've seen that already in this GM mode. That was an accident. I didn't mean to actually dangle in the direction that I did there. Or else we could have come away with a chance on the net. Blake Wheeler's defended strongly just inside that blue line. He prevails so far. He's pushing the puck further into the zone. Wrap around behind the net, just wide. Stahlberg just rimming around. You've got to help an Ekblad. He's going to catch this in motion on his stick blade. Turn, fire, into the zone. Get on the forecheck. Retrieve it. Puck shield. A move. And the puck went off the post. Eller has pulled it back from the corner. Lars Eller, a stop-up move. Up to the point. It is Ekblad firing. This one's through. Deflected wide of the net on the way in. Kubalik chips it up to Ratty and has Kubalik become something to be reckoned with in this series as well. He got in offensively, become a part of the Blues' offensive output in the last game. Why did Edmondson not initially go for that puck? I was very surprised by that, caught off guard by that. Also caught off guard by the penching TJ Oshie there on that play. Backdoor, fed in front. We're going to bump again into Boynton. This was Kostitsyn this time, bumping into Boynton. So at some point, the Blues are not going to take. They're going to take exception to this. Hanowski up the side of the net. Kostitsyn. Why have we not scored yet? It is an utter surprise that we have not had a goal yet. We had a wide open cage. Whether it would have counted, there was a lot of contact in the goal crease. So that's a different question that would remain to be. It would have to be answered. It doesn't really matter now anymore because we didn't score anyway. Riley Smith just inside the zone. Tulosti back for Sagan. Scores. Tyler Sagan getting in on the action now. That was very nice. Crisp passing and delicious patience shown by the Calgary Flames to set that goal up. Guess who's on that score sheet on that play? Riley Smith again, but this time with an assist. Look at Boynton already down. Sagan waits, finds a spot over the shoulder. That top corner was begging to be picked, and it was by number 91. The captain gets the Flames on the board in the first period, pretty early in the first period. I told you we should have come away with a goal already in this game. Now we have. Calgary out to the early advantage on home ice. You can see that breakout is wide open on the weak side. Cogliano dishes it off wide, picks it up off of Froley, Dangles to the middle, shoots back. Not sure if that was actually saved by Boynton. We got to throw this on net. Boynton has other ideas. Smothered in that blue paint, not going to give up a second opportunity. No, Ryan Clough, we're not doing this. In fact, if anything, you need to go sit in the penalty box right now. We need some blessed opportunities for this Flames team offensively, because I can tell you this, the St. Louis Blues are not going to be done that easily in a game like this. They will continue to push and hound and push that issue offensively until they get what they are seeking, and that is a goal and maybe perhaps the lead. Oh, but not if Jiri saved by Boynton. Jiri Tolusti, by the way, thrown out of the last game with a misconduct. 5-minute major for boarding in the previous game. We did not see from him very much in that game because he was gone. Ejected. Finally back in the lineup. No one needs to be double shifted for this one. We injured someone for... I didn't even think about the injury. I have got to check on the injury. It's something I need to remember to do. Check on the Blues injury. Who got injured and for how long. So the Blues may have a new face in the lineup on the blue line because it was a defenseman that got shoved hard into the boards by Jiri Tolusti in the last game. Pominville shoved hard into the ice by Aaron Ekblad. I hope the blue line tastes beautiful tonight. Jason Pominville, help him out here. We do. We get help from Brouwer. Skate the stick move from Brouwer. That just pushes it into the zone further. Aller fanning on the one-timer. And we're back on D. Nice and comfortable. Playing D nice and comfortably here. Wolf pushing it back into the neutral zone. Well defended. Ian Cole from the red line. Bumped in. Flung out the center. That is on the stick of Hanowski. Saved by Boynton. I expected nothing less. That pass went nowhere near a Flames player. It's a hook called against Granlund. No argument from Granlund. No argument from me. That's a penalty. That's what happens when you miss your passes. When you're behind the player, when you're behind the player like that, do not do anything. Don't go for a stick lift. Don't go for a slash. You're going to miss entirely. St. Louis has not registered an official shot on the net so far. They had that wraparound chance early in the game that was flung wide. I want to say it was by TJ Oshie. We know how good we can be shorthanded, so Tyler Sagan, a punch deke to the outside, gets it off to Seeloff. Now Peckham fired into a Blues player. Very painful shot block. Willing to pay that level of pain, pay the heavy price this time of the season. This is the last stop before we get to the Stanley Cup final, of course. So everything is on the line right now, except for the cup itself. I want to continue taking this up. We had Peverley's dangling moves in the last game. Over to Cogliano. One-timer was bobbled by Boynton. He had enough trouble with making that save as it was. Keep doing more of that. Shot through into the blue paint of Mrazek. He actually played it off very dangerously so we can get the clear. But guess what we're doing? We're taking it shorthanded, just out of reach for Peverley. Peverley will push Jordan back further into the blue zone on the forecheck here. Not afraid to go for it shorthanded. I don't care, St. Louis. I will take it right to you. Stallbrook shoot right into the paraphernalia of Boynton. Another save on this shorthanded try. We're just going to force the puck back in. Beautifully done. That's how we want to play hockey here in Calgary. Be the aggressor. Don't sit back on your heels. Be the aggressor. Ouch! I feel that one through my TV screen. What a hit on that was hip on knee collision as we go on a line change right as I made that pass. Very unfortunate timing to go on a line change when we did. If you see that hip check again, that was absolutely hip on knee. Someone's ACL is dislocated and all sorts of other things. We'll do it again. Don't need to hip check you this time. That knee is certainly fine. Headman is up for Toulouse. He was staying on the blue line. It matters not. And icing is called on this play. We're going to see a highlight of a save. Oh, it was the 2-on-1. It was the 2-on-1 one-timer from Cogliano that Boynton had a lot of trouble making the save with that glove hand, which has been exceptional in this series, if I must say so myself. Go Toulouse. This is what dreams are made out of. Until Ian Cole comes and turns your dream into a nightmare. I wouldn't quite go that far. That's a little bit of an exaggeration on that play. It's a nightmare if he checked Yuri Tsalusti off the puck on that play. I'm sure the St. Louis Blues are not exactly, I don't think they're enjoying seeing Yuri Tsalusti on the ice from what we've experienced in the last game. Probably public enemy number 1 in St. Louis. He can never return without a security detail. That was well played by the defense on that. Knocked down by St. Louis at center ice. Knocked down again by Calgary at center ice. Jordan and the Blues maintain possession. Sent further back in by St. Louis. Retrieval behind the net by Seeloff. A dangle on the breakout. Peckham's going to pick him up, which was very important. Peckham now does a dangle that failed on his. This deep pair stop dangling on the breakout. We're going to elevator this into the zone with Sagan, the smart play. Get in on the forecheck. We have retrieval here. I think this is Hanowski. Hanowski goes behind the net. It's going to bobble to Tsalusti. In front for Hanowski. He cuts back. He doesn't like the shot. He never had a chance with the forehand, dragged offside by Seeloff. I'm assuming Seeloff is the correct pronunciation. It's what I've been using for the entire GM mode. It could be Siloff. Siloff sounds cooler, actually, now that I think about it. But we're going to run with Seeloff. We've been saying Seeloff. Elevated, well, not quite elevated, into the zone by Ekblad. This is an onside play. Down low, the wicked twisting motion of Stahlberg, not able to get the shot on the net, or at least I think it's Stahlberg on the ice. Ekblad stays with his missed opportunity. Still has the puck. Ekblad, a deflection goal. Stahlberg this time, he is good for one on the deflection that went 5-hole. Flames lead 2-0 in the first period. 5th goal of the playoffs for Stahlberg. Nice puck protection by Aaron Ekblad as he walked right to the middle, got around everybody. Using the big frame that he has, the stand-up goaltending style that we have seen from Boynton has not paid off on a couple of occasions in this series. He has been scored 5-hole a few times through the first 3 games now, at least in this West final. We saw as well in the previous game, both teams got a fair amount of power plays, let's be honest. It wasn't like they weren't calling penalties against St. Louis in the last game. Ooh! If the dump in went in, momentum would have really swung. Momentum would have swung so big. Ekblad and his teammate jumping up on this play. Ekblad on the bench, centers it for Peverly. Peverly could not have gotten that. Oh, Boynton's been run over. We have Backes versus Ekblad. I think this is round 2 of Backes and Ekblad. Have they fought already? Didn't Backes and Ekblad fight in the previous game? Boynton is, oh man. That happened right behind Boynton. I don't know why. I don't know why Boynton chose to stand where he did as Ekblad ran. That's a flop if I've ever seen one. And then Ekblad takes care of the rest with David Backes. He is 2-0 in fights with David Backes in this series. It is all kicked off between Blues and Flames. They didn't like that we ran it. We're all over Boynton right now. The Blues don't like it. I mean, I don't blame them. I wouldn't want anyone doing that to my goaltender as well. Another hip check. Hip check reigns supreme in the Saddle Dome tonight, folks. Back to the point. That was at the horn. That was at the horn. There should be a fight for that. The Blues are getting manhandled right now. This game's had everything you can ask for if you're a Flames fan. We've scored 2 goals in the game. We've had a fight in the game. Your guy man, David Backes is looking pretty rough out there now. Your man that fought in the game won the fight over the St. Louis Blues captain. Is David Backes not the captain of the St. Louis Blues? It's just all kicked off. The Blues have been held to 3 shots through the first period of play as well. It's all Calgary. It's going all Calgary right now. And Calgary has taken the physical tone in this game and the series as well. Luff shoots. Rebound not present for Tyler Sagan. Gobbled up by Boynton. And we got some more action going on. You don't touch my teammate. Should have stepped in there and helped our teammate out. Aaron Ekblad can't do it. He's in the box right now. He's the guy that apparently he has learned to fight. He's been taking boxing classes in the offseason. Paying off right now. At least against David Backes it is. I love that song, by the way. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Absolutely some Def Leppard here in the Calgary Saddledome. The Flames DJ knows what he's doing. That's for certain. Dumped in on Mrazek. Played by Mrazek. The goal. Oh, my God. Boom, shala. A free goal. That was such a goofy mistake. Joshua Shala with his second of the playoffs. Mrazek on it. Oh. You can't help but laugh at that one. He played it off of his own skate right to Shala. That was just that was a cluster fumble of a play for Peter Mrazek. He didn't deserve to get scored on that one. That was a fortuitous bounce if there ever could have been. That gets the St. Louis Blues back into the game. You know, think about this. If you're St. Louis, I want you to think about this. You've been getting taken to task in this one. You've been heavily outshot. Your shots have been limited. You've lost the fight that you've been involved in. But you get a free goal. That is a huge momentum-twisting play right there. And DJ really is on one tonight. The look as well by Roxette. Is the who sings that song? I don't even know who sings the song. The look. She's got the look. Calgary Flames have the look tonight. The look of victory in their eyeballs. Oh, I thought we could have gotten the puck off Jordan. Clough will bring it in. A former friend of ours, Ryan Clough, but not so friendly tonight. I will not be for the remainder of the series. That's a weird play. That's going to go all the way down into the corner where we can retrieve it on the forecheck. Walk out in front and fire wide. Peckham couldn't one-timer the puck there. It was waiting for him as it just screamed right up toward the blue line. Ratty goes to Pietrangelo back to the point. It's played off by Riley Smith. He got a stick in there. Shattenkirk prevailed on the retrieval. He was chasing it down faster than Riley Smith could. Cross corner it goes for Peckham. Headman pass up to Jiri Tlusty. Tlusty spins inside out. Spins back again. Cuts to the middle. Tlusty shoots. Saved by Boynton. The glove just too good right now. Don't shoot glove side on Boynton. I don't think you're going to score. Where have we scored tonight? We scored off of a rebound, didn't we? The first goal was a rebound. I know the second goal was a 5-hole deflection. The first goal was it not a, I don't even remember the first goal that we scored. I think it was a rebound. I want to say it was a rebound, but I've already forgotten about that part. It's because it's not important. We're not going to, I knew we were not going to win the game on the first goal that we scored in this one. Peverly. Look at Peverly. He's dogged in the corner. Looking for the one-timer. Cogliano did not get much of that one-timer. It comes in almost like a knuckleball on Boynton. We have more scraps after the whistle. St. Louis trying to get physical. They know they need to get engaged in some way in this game and in this series. And one way that they're getting outplayed right now is certainly on the physical side of the puck. So it's not a bad idea to try to get Calgary, if you're St. Louis, get them off their game. That deflection was very questionable if it would have been legal. See? If they don't go to the penalty box for this, I'm just sitting here taking it. Referee doesn't do anything about it. Of course. If that were me, though, I'd be in the box. 100%. I don't think that would have counted for Lars Eller. I think that would have been waved off on a high stick deflection. I think the stick was too high on that deflection. It's crazy what the Blues are able to get away with after the whistle. How many times do they have to face wash me before you'll call a penalty? There's definitely rebounds available. Boynton's going to cover. There are rebounds available off of Boynton. Let's see if they go at it again. I'm going to stand right here, buddy. I'm standing right here, buckaroo. Twist my nips one more time. I'm gonna give him one whack and skate away next time. I promise you that. Luff at the blue line can't handle it. Had a very difficult handle at the blue line. Schwartz dumps it in. Luff has to do the retrieval because it's a cross-corner dump in. Ekblad's going to help Luff out with the physical play in the corner there. Banked for Hanowski, but a little off target. Backus keeps it in for St. Louis. He floats it further into the zone. That's a penalty on Ekblad. Ekblad's just going to stand there. He's going to complain about it for a second. Get into play, Ekblad. You took the penalty. Now just get out there and help your team touch the puck so you can go on this penalty kill to the PK for the second time tonight. I know we've been on one penalty kill so far. Remember, we had all those shorthanded chances. Definitely a trip. Not going to argue that. We took the hooking penalty earlier in the game, and we killed the penalty off successfully. Second attempt on the penalty kill tonight. Tyler Seguin to win this on the forehand. Opposed, I don't even know who he's opposed by. Rebound put cautiously toward the corner. Pominville gets with it. Peckham wristed around. Out the zone, up to Seguin. And we can do our little Tyler Seguin dangleitis. Oh, whoa! It went back out the other way. Off of the save from Boynton. I have to scratch my eye. This is a really bad time to have to scratch my eye. But apparently not enough for me to not get a good piece of Jason Pominville. Shattenkirk keeps that from going down the rink. That's important. As St. Louis, now they're going to go offside, and I can scratch my eye. My eyelid. I should clarify. Eyelid needs scratching right now. Left eyelid specifically. My head needs scratching as to how the Blues did not score on those chances. Fortunately, they did not. We need to get the puck down the ice. So if we win this, priority A, well, we didn't win it. Priority A is still get the puck out of the zone. If we board play this, Ollie could not board play it. He couldn't play it at all. They look back through the seam for the shot. Backus ties the game. The power play comes through for the Blues. David Backus, he looks like a machine out here right now. He really does. He looks unfazed and determined. Ekblad has to skate out of the box. That really stings. Ekblad in the box for David Backus' power play goal. He looks fully determined right now to get the Blues right back into this game. And, of course, this series. We have a 1-1 series. So this game is super important. You do not want to lose any of these games on home ice if you're Calgary. You're glad to have taken. We were lucky. I would say we were fortunate to take game one. Because I don't think we deserved to win game one. Straight honesty. Don't think we deserved it. We managed to find a way. We more deserved to win game two. Because I thought we outplayed St. Louis for much of game two. We certainly outshot them. And my argument is we deserved to win game two. We got it to overtime. We pushed it as far as we could without winning. But now we find ourselves in a 1-1 tie coming out of St. Louis and coming back to the Saddle Dome. You're not really in trouble until you lose on your home ice. Someone's got to be up there for us. It is Brouwer. It bounces off the ice surface out of reach from Brouwer. Cole up the wing to Ratty. He's going to have to get his engine going the other direction. Pominville not so fast. By the way, Pominville is the man with the game winner coming out of game number 2. He had the overtime game winner. It was that fluke goal. Brouwer getting to the middle. He played back to center. Dumped in by Luff. Brouwer tagging up, but apparently we're still offside on this. What a pass through the middle. They're tearing us up through the middle of the ice. That stretch pass is wide open for them right now. And I told you, one whack and I'm skating away. One whack and skate away, Lars Eller. If you call me for a penalty after that, I'm really going to be pissed off after all the face washing that St. Louis was able to get away with. Unbelievable. We really did deserve the power play off that earlier in this period. No speed for the Flames, so a dump in will suffice. A whistle and a face-off will suffice as well. Boynton will have to do this in his own zone. No one's touching Riley Smith right now in goals. No one's coming close to that. Next goal in this game, so important. It's going to just grab momentum. The Blues have had all the momentum. They had the fluke goal that Mrazek basically handed to them. They had David Backus' power play goal. They have all the momentum right now and no reason to slow down. Rich Peverly, dangleitis, he actually ended up playing it to Rajala. Peckham getting involved offensively on that play. He couldn't connect on the one-timer. That's actually left us vulnerable on the transition play off the rush. Mrazek cover a face-off will do. Oh, that's Backus getting into it with Peckham. Does he want to fight again? Oh my God. He's left me with no choice once again. Well, Theo Peckham, you may be a little bit overmatched in this one. Yeah, I think Backus is going to win this fight, without a doubt. Oh, that was ugly. That was rough to watch. Unfortunately, Peter Mrazek had a front row seat to that. That was a beatdown. On the flip side, we do get David Backus off the ice. He is out. He's looking for it. He's just out there looking for it. Every single play, he's looking for it. So, I mean, for me, for 5 minutes, yeah, I'll trade Theo Peckham for David Backes for 5 minutes for sure out of this game. I'm fine with that. Backes has been a bit of a problem in this game on multiple levels. Ooh, Seeloff right on that rebound. I see it. I see Kostitsyn, but Shattenkirk would not allow. Granlund the forward. He's going to go do the puck retrieval against this Blues team. Oh my, Granlund might have a concussion now. Frolik scores. Mrazek was way out of position. It deflected. The cage was wide open for Michael Frolik. Blues have scored 3 unanswered. That's a deflator for me. That just takes the wind right out of my sails. You had the fight loss. It's been tipping St. Louis's favor this game. I'm not very happy about this. We can't hold on to the puck for 2 seconds right now. Yes. And for good measure, he got pummeled to the ice, Riley Smith, after missing that. Or getting it blocked, rather. His shot was blocked. He had it wide open where you want him. Blake Wheeler around the defense. Blake Wheeler. Why? What is going? Why did Simon Luff do a spinorama move in the slot area coming out of the D zone? Ekblad, we're gonna turn. Fire blocked. Go get it. Go get it. Chase it down. Ekblad just sent. What are we doing? Ekblad, you sent it the exact wrong direction than where it should have gone. Riley Smith, the coast-to-coast play. Riley Smith. Ooh, watch yourself. I don't need an injury to Riley Smith. The deep to the outside, Eller. Drop pass. Couldn't make the drop pass before the contact was made. Shattenkirk out from behind the Blues net. It has been all St. Louis. They are dictating this game right now. Gotta get some help. Shoot it. Yes. On that rebound. Keep doing that. We will have a change of plans, a change of strategy if things do not work out for us. One whack and skate away. One whack and then skate away. I think this is the hit on Smith. Yes, it is. That was right after the shot got blocked. At least he got up for it. He's on the bench. Seems to be no worse for wear right now. I need Riley Smith in this series. He's going to be so pivotal for the Calgary Flames' success. Ollie goes to Seeloff. Down low for Kostitsyn. Back up top. Why? At least Kostitsyn's covering. He covers for Ollie after the fanned-on one-timer. We go with Tarasenko. Nice play by Seeloff to get that. The dangle out of the zone for the second time. Frolik shoots, rebound there. Seeloff just got to chop at this. It actually takes a bounce that favors the Blues. Ryan Clough working out of the corner. Hanowski's on this. Hanowski one move around a Blues player. Hanowski one windmill around a Blues player. Not fully successful around Jordan. You can't dangle Jordan. Come on, Hanowski. He made that first beautiful move. If he successfully completed that windmill and then scored it, that would have been a great goal. All-time Flames goal. We got right into Ty Ratty on that. We got all of Ty Ratty. What? Just shoot. Jeez. No speed, no time left on the clock. Cogliano was wide open. I think we're going to change the strategy. I really do. First half of the period, everyone has crashed the net. Just for the record, everyone crashed the net. If we don't get a goal, then we're going to go behind the net for the last half of the period. So that's what we need to do, especially if we go down. If we go down by 2, this is bad news for us. This is bad news, Bears. The Blues are clogging up the middle of the ice. Riley Smith connects on the one-timer. Boynton was standing in the way. That's the only problem. We had Boynton in the goal crease. Wheeler, it deflects to the corner thanks to the good stick. Bank pass up to Talusti. We got Sagan working with us on this. Sagan the interchange with Talusti. Talusti getting in the way. Back to Talusti from Sagan. Covered in the goal crease by Boynton. So crash the net. Watch out. I don't want to fight. I don't want to start a fight. All right. Second line, you're crash the net for the rest of this, for the first half of this period at least. We'll see what works. We're going to figure out what works for these lines. But right now, Peckham. Yeah, just fade away shot from the blue line. Got to get it on the net. We have to get these shots on the net. Kostitsyn, short side wraparound. Kostitsyn in a battle for the puck. He almost had it. I think this is Edmondson for St. Louis. He skates it away through center, knocked down at center ice. That'll be Kostitsyn. He's going to go wide. Kostitsin the pull-up. Back to the point, Laxo. Skate away from that pressure. Working with Peckham. Peckham backs it up at the playoff logo. Deflected in toward the net, but not sure if that was actually on net. Kostitsin, the wrap play. Sends it in front, deflected wide. Now we're going to go back to the point. Now over to the other point man. Laxo settles. Block. Peckham tees it up. Blocker. Aggressive blocker save from Boynton. We hold on to it. Walking in front. Shot low to the pad. Nice save. Back to the point again. One-timer. Boynton would be wise to just do a face-off in the D zone. Flames are hustling and bustling in the St. Louis D zone. I don't have to tell my third line, or my fourth line rather, to be crashed the net. My fourth line is already crashed the net. Granlund, that's been a weakness for Boynton, that 5-hole dropping into the butterfly. He was quick enough on that one. Got a pad right to that shot. Kind of made that a little bit easier for Boynton as well, just by shooting it right into the pad. Nice check in on that after that puck off the face-off loss. Now we got a one-timer. We're going to load it up. Boynton, the glove in the way. Boynton is going to see all of that puck that he can for the rest of this game. He is going to be very busy in the Blues goal crease. Uh-oh, I meant to have my first pair on the ice for this. It's okay. I do have my third line out there, which is what I wanted. I want them to get out there and go at it again. Grind me a couple of shifts. And get this team back in the game. Get our team back in the game. Knock down at center. Troy Brouwer. Again, Jordan actually playing stout D. Just they're clogging the middle. If you noticed this when we started the period, when I said, uh-oh, St. Louis is clogging the middle of the ice off the rush. So there's just nothing for free on the middle. That's why we have to go wide. How? Physically, how? How is that possible? Uh-oh. Wheeler just floats it back in. It's actually on Mrazek. Seeloff, a winder up the glass and out of the zone. We are just chasing down Jordan. Dumped in, cross corner. Seeloff, puck chop. Right to Toulouse. Stick lifted by Shala. Mrazek handles the rest from there. Ollie, we got to get this puck out. Toulouse tried to chop at it. It did not go. Smith with a big block. A huge shot block there from Riley Smith, playing all into the rink right now. Poked back in by Sagan. The Blues really hounding in the Flames right now. Toulouse, he avoids that one. Avoids a second collision coming out of the zone. Sagan, a skate-to-stick move to the outside. Sagan is bumped, defended by two players. They double-teamed him. There's not going to be a lot of offensive space right now. I can go ahead and tell you that much. Might be one of those third periods where from the rest of the way in here, we may have to go behind the net setup and we may have to dump the puck in. I hate to say it, but we may have to. That's a giveaway. To Ty Ratty, I could have done without. The frustration's creeping in for me. So I just dump it in on the net. I would prefer to dump that on the net, but it's in the zone, no less. Peverly gives a good shove to the defender. Blues are away, into the zone, dumped in. They can play the dump and chase game now. No pressure on St. Louis right now coming through this game. Cogliano is a one-man show. I hate a one-man show here, but we got to flip it in. We don't have any other option. We just have to get it in there. Hope that our teammates join the rush. Get in on that forecheck. Get the puck back. Peckham is up really aggressive, so if we get beat here. Peckham, you couldn't keep the puck in. Ty Ratty is in on a breakaway. Take a whistle. Reset. We're going to all go behind the net now. Behind the net strategy. It seems that I'm not trying to start a fight here. I don't want to start a fight. We've seen enough of that. Behind the net for everyone. Third line in the D zone, sure. I had Peckham all the way up the ice. Well inside the blue, on the blue line. Puck went right by him. He couldn't keep the puck in the zone. Oh, we literally can't get the puck out of our own zone right now. We cannot get the puck out of our own zone. St. Louis has adapted very nicely. I don't like it. Stahlberg. No, that is Stahlberg. What am I saying? That was a nice play to get the puck to Stahlberg. He couldn't hit the net, though. We're not hitting the net when we most need to. First line's about to get a lot of shifts here to the end of the game. We're looking at a Boynton highlight tape. I don't see anything that he's exactly done exceptionally well in this game. I mean, we basically bailed him out on that play. That was early in the game. That's just an easy... All you have to do is hold the post, short side save. All you have to do is seal the lower part of the ice on that one. And we basically did shoot that into the pad as well. So if you're Calgary, it's time to start pressing the accelerator pedal right now. It really is time to put the foot down on the accelerator pedal. for the rest of this game. And unfortunately for us, we're trying to streak up the zone on the way out of the zone. They're putting on a very aggressive press on the forecheck, so it's hard to beat that forecheck because of how aggressive it is as well. And they're offside on this one. To go along with that, we're just trying to fly the zone. We're trying to fly the entire neutral zone on the way out. So I have to basically flip it. It's a hope and a prayer play, basically, coming out of the zone. So then there was the points and highlight reel tape. And then to add to that, there's all of our misses where we've missed the net. Thank you for rubbing it in, EA Sports. Granlund I need a win. We need to get, we've spent way too much time in this period, in this end of the rink. And Kostitsyn's going to come away with this. We got a chance at a 2-on-2 rush here. I'm going to no more dekes, man. No more dekes. I mean, I was going to just do a deke to get to the outside and then create some space from there. But nope, never mind. Kostitsyn just says, I'm just going to lose the handle on this. There we go. Deking through the middle of the ice now. Chip it further in. Stop. Back up top. It's what's available. Walk the middle. Get a shot. Yep. Deflection pad save. Aaron Ekblad letting the clapper go. Someone takes a penalty behind the play. Hanowski, you might sit for this penalty for the rest of the... You may sit in the next game for this penalty. What did he do? Hook. That's an AI player as well. You know that was an AI player. It was behind the play. I didn't have any control over Hanowski. They get one on the power play. Obviously, I think this game's over. So we got to go for it shorthanded. We have got to go for it. We can't leave it too late here. Blocker side save. So the blocker's just as good as the glove is. See, can you feel in me the frustration that is brewing for me and myself and for my team? They're going to have that shot. They're going to have that shot. Ooh. Oh, Nope. You don't hit the captain, David. Third fight of the game and second for the rematch. Peckham versus Back is the rematch. Oh, helmet's been dislodged to Peckham. He did dodge one there. Oh, Backus just has been given... Backus has given Peckham the business in 2 fights. Not even a fair matchup, but you know what I love from Peckham? Standing up for your captain. You don't run over the captain like that. You do not run over Tyler Seguin like that. Again, I will trade, second time in the game, I will trade Backus and Peckham. I will trade Peckham for Backus, getting Backus off the ice, if that makes sense. You take Peckham off the ice, his eyes are going to be so swollen after this game. I have to start pushing it offensively. We have to start pushing it offensively. I need a Stauber. You've had 2 chances to hit the net in this game, and have missed on the same exact side of the net in this period. No, nice hit. I cannot give them that space. Go long. Go long, Stauberg. This is killing time for the Blues, but it's killing time for us as well. Perfectly played up to Stauberg. Now can Stauberg do a move? Stauberg a stop. A little stutter step move to the outside. Pominville sweeps in, intercepts it. Luff really committed to that hip check so early. Pominville is on this. Been a thorn in my side for the whole series. Pominville has. Ekblad, can we get moving, please? That was an aggressive pass up for Seguin. You have to understand, I had to go for the stick lift. You have got to understand that the stick lift was necessary right there. Seguin taking a penalty right there is really not it. What do we do? Full aggression? God, I have Riley Smith taking a face-off. That's not good. All right. Who went to the right? Hanowski went to the box earlier. That's a penalty shot. That's a penalty shot. And it's going to be the weird camera angle, but we will do it with the weird camera angle. Riley Smith. This is a breakaway for Riley Smith. With no one on you. A no-pressure breakaway, Riley Smith. Should have gone forehand to backhand, shouldn't I? I took the surefire play. That's fine. Good effort to draw the penalty shot, no less. No one else you'd rather have that penalty shot on their stick for, but doesn't matter now. We just got to stick with it. We just play our game. Continue to play our game. There's a good 4 minutes left of this game. No Sagan for a bit because he's in the box serving a minor. Nice. Nice check on that zone entry. We have not given the Blues anything for free except for that Blake Wheeler goal. Well, there's the game right there. What a shameful effort. What a shameful effort. We got to change. I'm changing my game plan for the next game. We're not going to play the same way in the next game. We're going to change it up for St. Louis. We have not adapted in this series. They have just taken us to task, especially in this third period. It just has not been our game. Blues coming on the road. I'm a little nervous. I told you I was a little nervous coming into this. Now we really got to go. We got to just go crash. We got to go get everything on the net. Everything goes on the net right now. We've seen crazier things happen within the span of like 1 minute in this series. Why did we not retrieve the puck? There we go. Oh my God, this game is freaking crazy. I want the puck back. We're not even going to try to tie the game if we don't get the puck. Screw you, Jane Schwartz. All right. We can't skate even out of our own zone. That's a problem. Yuri Talusti shoots, blocked. Keep it in. Sagan, stop up move. If everything's from the point, man, we're never going to tie this game. Yeah, we're not tying the game anyway. A minute and a half, we're going to have to pull the goaltender soon. Oh, what a move by TJ Oshie. Escapes Eller. Weird angle shot. Blues keep it in. Nice run at Shala, but we're not focused on getting the puck back. We're focused on making a big body check. Blocked away to the corner. A minute remaining in the game. And unless we got some kind of crazy comeback in us, I'm pulling it for the home goal. I'm pulling the home goaltender for it. Brouwer, rebound. Go get the rebound. Like, there's no hunger at all. No hunger from Calgary. Boynton makes a save on that. Unreal. Timeout. That's my timeout. Crash the net is the strategy call. I think we're obviously we're going to lose this game in frustrating style. But anyway, prove me wrong. Save. I just need everything on the net. If you're going to shoot it, you just need to get everything on the net. The Blues are going to get out of the zone here. Of course, Backus comes away with it. Dumped in. Wide of the net. They don't even need the empty netter because it doesn't really matter. Riley Smith. Wide. Pushing and shoving behind the play. Wide of the empty net. Disappointing effort on home ice. Very disappointing. We go down 2-1. We're going to have to fight, kick, and scream our way back into this series.